Hello Gemini, welcome to your tarot reading today. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. Thank you for being here. We are going to do a reading for you today for the first half of June 2025. Keep in mind, Gemini, that this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates, leave out what does not. I am going to let you know that I am pulling from this Goddess Oracle first for the first layer of the reading, and there are some images on these cards that are not exactly YouTube friendly, so I'm going to be pulling them off camera so that I can censor them before putting them out for you. All right, Gemini, if you are interested at all in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below. All right, I do have one here. Another disclaimer, I'm just going to let you know, sometimes Spirit tells us things that we don't always want to hear about ourselves, you know, the ego kind of likes to resist the truth. So I try not to sugarcoat. I also do recognize that compassion is important, so obviously I would be as diplomatic as possible, but I just notice that people don't seem to want to hear anything bad about themselves, but sometimes that's what has to happen in order for us to understand why we end up in the situations we end up in. All right. Okay. So for the first layer of your reading, we've got ecstasy, grief, challenge, abundance, pleasure, death and rebirth, hearth and home, crossroads, and illness, wellness is the overall arching theme of this portion of your reading. So there's something right now going on that is happening in your life that has to do with something that's been keeping you ill. And you're meant to overcome this in order to get to a place of wellness. We're going to find out more about this as we continue to look into what's going on here. So it looks to me like there's something that you've been going through in your life. Okay, so when I see ecstasy and pleasure together like this, obviously this denotes something to do with something sexual. That usually has something to do with it. It doesn't always, actually. I shouldn't say that. Obviously, ecstasy and pleasure are derived from other things that kind of get our brains lit up like pinball machines. So I guess, to be honest, it probably does denote something to do with devil energy, which is usually an attachment to something, a desire for something, right? And it could be a substance abuse issue as well. But it does look like there's something to do with ecstasy and pleasure that has caused some sort of grief, in the sense that there may be some things that you have felt like you regret as a result of some of the choices that you have made. So it looks like something about this energy is coming to an end, or needs to come to an end, in order for you to understand something different, in order to move into a new direction. So this is what it is that you need to try and heal from. Whatever this rebirth is, brings you back to a place of balance where your heart, you are more connected to your heart, and your heart and your home are very closely connected to each other. We're going to pull out more layers of this reading, but it does look like there may be a connection that you're involved with right now, and we're going to pull more, like I said, where it's going to be challenging to come to terms with what it is that you need to do, because it does look like there is a choice here. And it looks like whatever the choice is has to do with giving something up. And it may be somebody who you care about a lot, but I am getting that there is something about this connection that may not be very healthy here. And it may actually be blocking you from true abundance, and that abundance could be in the form of something emotional or something material. It's not always material abundance, sometimes is emotional abundance. And in this case, it may actually be that, because Spirit is saying that something about this other energy needs to come to an end so that you can understand something about your heart and what it is that you truly, truly want in your heart. There's something that's lacking here. And so the challenge here is to actually let go. You're at the crossroads here. You have to let go of something in order to achieve your true abundance. So let's get to the next layer of your reading. Let's get to the next layer, Gemini. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, so, all right. So Gemini, this portion of your reading we've got for this layer: truth be told, deep knowing, blessed, yin, exchanging gifts, regeneration, higher power, no place like home, and the overall arching theme is TikTok. So this has something to do with time. Always remember too, Gemini, I feel like I need to say this. Remember to utilize your own intuition as well when you're listening to my readings or anybody else's. When you hear or see certain cards come out and you feel like they resonate before I even say anything about it, take that seriously. That's coming from somewhere, okay? And I'm saying this as I'm looking at the deep knowing card, so I know intuitively you're already picking up on something about this situation, whoever it is that I am connecting to here. So it's saying here that there's something that needs to be uncovered for you here with regard to actual reciprocity in a connection. Okay, so you may you may be in a cycle or may have just been in a relationship where you are giving something to the connection and not receiving in return what you deserve back. Now, for some of you, because I saw that ecstasy and pleasure, I'm seeing that there's a possibility that you're in a connection where you are potentially having a lot of passionate sessions with somebody, but there is this lack of potential emotional connection, or there's just a lack of time being spent, or, and that would denote something to do with an emotional connection. There's something that you already know, though, is what's showing up here. You already know this deep in your intuitive soul, okay? That you are meant to heal from this. You're going to heal from this. But it's showing up. I've got higher power and blessed, and this is a really amazing portion of your reading, I have to say. You're in a position right now that you already know that you're going to heal, and there's some higher power that you are being blessed by here, and you're going to start receiving something. And now, what I'm seeing here is it shows up as no place like home. This could mean that you're going back to, because it was also saying that there was a crossroads here. So you may actually have to revisit something to do about something more familiar with yourself. So this could have something to do with psychological moving back to a place of home, in the sense of I have to revisit what caused me to start getting into these energies that were hurting me to begin with. Or you may actually be moving physically back to a place that is more familiar to you. We are going to pull more from this third layer, and it's showing up that it's a matter of time here with TikTok. So let's get the next layer here. Yeah, okay, here we go. There's the Six of Pentacles in reverse, lack of reciprocity, exactly what I was seeing here. You're giving to a connection in a way that maybe this person doesn't deserve, okay? Oh yeah, gee. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh wow. Okay, so we've got two tens here in the upright. One's the Ten of Cups, one's the Ten of Swords. I think one might be the best 10 in the deck and the other is the worst 10 in the deck. The Ten of Swords, by the way, is Sun in Gemini. Our I am a Gemini as well. That is our minor arcana card. And it's might be one of the worst in the deck. Victim mentality, that's what the Ten of Swords is. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse as the overall arching theme. So we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Five of Swords in reverse as the overall arching theme. So the Five of Swords in reverse to me has something to do with giving up the need to win a fight. You're just giving up the need to win a fight, okay? It's like, all right, here, you win this match, you win this battle. And, in what if we look at everything we've seen so far from like this higher place or a more deep existential place, it looks to me like there is a connection that you may be connected to somebody where there is this constant battle, and Spirit saying it might be in your best interest to just give it up. Let's take a look what's here. So we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which really has something to do with being connected to a very needy energy where you're the one giving all the time and somebody else is getting more from the connection than they're giving. Okay. Now, whatever this is causing some level of deep regret or anxiety in you, because it looks like you're connected to somebody here who is not very. For some of you, this person may not be very mature. And please feel free to reverse the roles if you feel like you must. But I'm getting, I can't imagine a lot of people want to be like, yeah, I'm childish. But sometimes it's in our best interest to admit these things to ourselves. We're conditioned we're on a very collective level to be very unhealthy. So, I mean, I think that it's important that we recognize some of the side effects of that. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing an energy that not only doesn't take accountability for their actions, but also somebody who's non-committal and potentially they may actually be kind of obsessed or material or materialistic. The King of Pentacles in reverse usually says that to me, but either way, this could be somebody who's just not committal or doesn't take accountability. Now, what I'm getting here, though, is that even though this is what's so messed up here, is that even though this is the energy, you still feel a very close, strong attachment or bond to this. Like you're showing up that the two of you genuinely love each other. You may actually have a family with this person. But this is their energy, and then your energy is, because you're dealing with this energy, you're getting like really upset and potentially scathing. I mean, if you make a Gemini angry, they will they will wield the sword. It's just kind of the way it works, and that's, I mean, especially if they're not well, when we are functioning from our more unwell portions of our personalities, and Gemini can be Gemini is good with words. Let's just put it that way. They're the wordsmith of the zodiac. So it does look like as a result of being in this energy, you're going to have no choice, even though you love this person and this person loves you, to move in a new direction and leave this person behind, which is going to cause some sort of betrayal or painful ending. But you're in this energy of, I'm just giving up the need to win a fight. So I have to move on. This is too burdensome. I'm giving too much to this connection and it's causing me to feel very resentful and upset. So I have to move on. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. All right, let's see what else is here. Next layer for Gemini. Hey, look at that. Unexpected income and four-leaf clover. Ooh, and the ship. You're changing direction. There's the compass. We've got the lily. Ooh, and the lovers jumped out. Okay, so, all right, that's... I know what that combination stands for. Oh, there's loyalty with the dog. And then we got main person showing up as main female, but obviously please don't get hung up on the genders here. Okay, so we've got unexpected income. We've got clover, ship, compass, lily, lovers, dog, main person, main female is what's showing up here. But like I said, don't get too hung up on the genders. And then the overall arching theme is despair. Something is causing some sort of upset or, okay, so despair is okay, so as soon as I started speaking Spirit, I could hear Spirit saying 5 of Cups. So yes, the despair card is, it actually is the equivalent to me of the 5 of Cups in the tarot, which is the grief card. So it does look like whatever it is that you're planning. Here's what I've got, okay, Gemini, is that you're in a really, really tough position because showing at the end that you're at a crossroads. You have to make a choice, and whatever this choice is going to hurt you either way. You've got something unexpected coming towards you. This could be something financial. It actually looks like you do have a choice. You may have something. It looks like you have something unexpected coming towards you. It may be something to do with, there may be some sort of passion or the lily can often denote something to do with something sexual. And then we've got the lovers beside it. So that's just what I'm seeing here. But then I also see the 4-leaf clover, which tells me something that there's something lucky coming in for you. And you may actually be getting some sort of unexpected income coming in so that you can actually move on from this situation. You may also be getting something unexpected from this person, which means this person may be coming in and telling you everything you feel like you need to hear in order to stay with them. Because this person is loyal to you. And you may be feeling very loyal to this person, and this is why the overall arching theme of this portion of the reading is despair, because you are loyal and this person is loyal, and you may have to move on anyways, change direction. Either way. Because it looks like if you stick around, here's what I've got, okay, is that this person has already kind of proven to you that they don't measure up right now to what you want. And so you can try and stick around and give this person another chance. And obviously some of you might do that if you're resonating with that. But what I'm seeing here is that there's an opportunity to move into a new direction and understand something different about your situation. So let's get into I'm going to do the next layer is this gold deck, which I use more. I use it often as advice for the 3D world advice. So we've got give and take, adventure, prickly situation, power position, opportunity, flexibility, Some of these are just jumping out. The future, guidance, and the overall arching theme, limitations. So there's something that's been limiting you here. So you've got a new opportunity coming in towards you right now. And it has something to do with understanding something about reciprocity. And this is going to take you, this may have something to do with taking you on some sort of adventure here, but you're going to have to change things up in your life and understand something about your future, okay? There's something, your spirit's telling you, please really consider, if you are resonating with this at all, really consider what it is that you feel like you want in your future, okay? Because right now you're in a situation where you're going to have to kind of, I see prickly situation. I always picture that Catherine Zeta-Jones movie where she's kind of having to navigate through the laser beams. I feel like, though, with prickly situation in this particular matter would require you to have as much compassion, not only for this person, but for yourself as well. You're gonna have to be, I didn't see the Queen of Cups come out, but I am almost getting, and no matter what your gender is, I see the Queen of Cups in the tarot as being a very compassionate and intuitive person who does what is best for everyone involved, including the self. Yourself matters, okay? Because if we let people walk all over us, then we're proving what it is that we are willing to put up with. And we're supposed to be protecting not only ourselves, but other people, the people who are also in need of protection, okay? It is important to be doing what is, okay. So, yes, there's a prickly situation in the future. You are in the power position, though. And it's showing up that that's what I'm seeing, is that you need to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to your intuitive guidance and really consider your future. Because there's something that you've been doing that's been limiting you and keeping you in this state of despair and illness, okay? So we've got success. I'm going to pull from this angel oracle for the last portion of your reading. Not the right time. Reconsider. Trust. Ooh, this one wants to jump out. It's up to you. Yeah, see, it's all up to you right now, Gemini. Take action. Helpful people. And there's something better, and the overall arching theme is let go. So there's success right now, and whatever it is that you've been doing, okay, so whoever it is that you're connected to, it's showing up that the two of you love each other a lot. So even though the two of you love each other a lot, it's not the right time. And it's up to you to take action right now. There are helpful people out there. You may need to get actual psychological help to overcome some sort of psychological illness. I'm making sure I put that out there because I think most of us need a therapist. Either way, it could be an actual helpful person who's coming in to give you something, okay? We did see unexpected income, so that could be it as well. Also, really pay attention to what people are saying as you're talking to them. If you start getting intuitive hits that you feel are like, whatever it is that they're saying may be guiding you in a certain direction, take that seriously. But there are helpful people out there that are going to help you to reconsider something. That's why I think it might be something psychological. And you will be in a better position to trust that there is something better out there for you. So even though it's not the right time between you and this person who is showing up that the two of you love each other a lot, there is still something better for you out there. Not the right time might mean not in this life. You may not be able to actually resolve whatever it is that you're going through with this person in this particular life. You may have to do this in another life now. So let's go through each of the placements here. We've got success towards getting your reciprocity. And this is something that there's something about this reciprocity that is unexpected to you because you've been the one who's so used to giving in connections. You're not expecting somebody might be, yeah, you're going to be the one who's receiving is what I'm seeing. Yeah, there's some sort of truth that's going to be told about chasing something to do with ecstasy, okay? There's something about getting ecstasy in a connection that you may have associated with giving too much in other ways, okay? So it's not the right time. It's showing up at not the right time necessarily to whoever it is that you're connected to might be an adventurous person. You may need to actually like bring your self back to a place of stability, but we do see some sort of good luck. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm seeing here that there's some sort of deep knowing that you are in fear of here that would eventually lead to feeling grief, okay? So here's what I've got, okay? For some of you, you may be connected to somebody who you believe you cannot trust and that you think they may end up straying from you in some way, or it could be the other way around. And I'm making sure I say that it could be the other way around because Gemini, you are the runner of the zodiac. Gemini is the flightiest sign of the zodiac. That's why it's the Knight of Swords. Gemini is the Knight of Swords. So I'm getting that there is some sort of deep knowing that you might either feel like you're going to end up hurting this person or you're afraid that they're going to hurt you. All right. And it's because you're in this energy of ecstasy where you're getting something and you're not getting something in return. Okay. So it's up to you. There's going to be a new opportunity for you. It may, this person, okay, so whoever it is that you've been connected to, it wants to still be with you. It is up to you to understand something about this appropriate exchange, though, when it comes to give and take. And something to do with pleasure here. It just really try and consider whether you think that the person who you are connected to appreciates you for more than just those things, okay? So it's up to you to take action, and you may have to make some major changes as far as who it is that you normally attract, because it looks like whatever it is that you're attracting is actually showing up as non-committal here, and you need to heal from this and put this to rest. And whatever this is that you're putting to rest is going to cause you to become reborn in other ways. So there are helpful people in the future. It's showing up that there's some sort of loyalty here. This other person may stay loyal to you, but it's also showing up that you may be attracting new people into your life who are actually going to help you. And this is going to bring you to a place of you have another choice. That's everything there is denoting something to do with moving on to something else, and you are going to be this person is going to fill your heart. You're not going to be in a place of fear anymore. It does look like this other person also is going to stay loyal to you too, though. So you're going to have to reconsider things when you are faced with this. You're in a situation that's very difficult to navigate through right now. It really is. The Spirit's acknowledging that. But Spirit's saying you need to move on from this because it's keeping you in this really, really unhealthy energy where you feel like you want to just, sometimes you want to just cut somebody. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, so I don't want to go too far, but this is actually a challenge where if you make the right choice, you will be blessed. Whatever it is, whatever you're going through right now, where you have to make this choice is showing up as a serious challenge for you, but you need to trust. You are in the power position to make a new decision. You can move in a new direction. New direction. I mean, both of these cards, the Two of Wands and the Compass. New direction. Leave something behind. You're going to receive something. You're going to receive abundance. You're going to receive abundance. This is a good reading because there's something better. As long as you follow your divine guidance, you're the main person. There is going to be some sort of painful ending here. but it's either have the painful ending or continue living in pain. It looks like you are going back to a place, you may be going back to a place that is more, it may be more familiar to you, or you may be going home. Some of you may be a homecoming thing. And it's showing up that you are at a crossroads. You have to make the choice. So you're being told to let go of your limitations. And yes, this is going to cause some level of really deep pain because you love this person, but you need to give up the need to win a fight and just and that's what this whole connection is showing up as, because in time this is going to continue to cause illness for you. So you need to make a new choice towards your wellness. Gemini, that is your reading for the first half of June 2025. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.